Hi everybody and welcome to the Glenavon Library. Thank you for joining me again on our trivia, the Tuesday 10-minute tea time trivia, I think it's called. I know. And I hope that you enjoy it. I hope you're all keeping warm because it's still kind of cold out there, and I'm looking forward to spring because I think there's going to be lots of things going on this spring, hopefully. And so let's see if you've got your thinking caps on, and here we go. Question 1. What city produces the most video games in Canada? So what city produces the most video games in Canada? Is it A, Montreal, B, Toronto, C, Vancouver, or D, Calgary? What city produces the most video games in Canada? Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, or Calgary? Question 2. What is the name of the TV series in which Canadian Sandra Oh and British-born Jodie Comer star about a desk-bound MI5 agent and an assassin who go head-to-head in a cat-and-mouse comedy-drama spy thriller? What is the name of the TV series which stars Canadian Sandra Oh and British-born Jodie Comer about a desk-bound MI5 agent and an assassin who go head-to-head in a cat-and-mouse comedy spy thriller? Is it A, The Game, B, Remember Me, C, Killing Eve, or D, Good Trouble? A, The Game, Remember Me, Killing Eve, or Good Trouble? Question 3. What is the name of the e-resource that the Southeast Regional Library has, which you can access for free and has thousands of award-winning arts and crafts video classes taught by recognized design experts and artists? The name of the e-resource that the library has, which you can access for free with your library card, and it has video classes taught by recognized design experts and artists. Is it A, Creative Bug, B, Crafty Works, C, Video Crafts, or D, Creations Are Us? Question 4. What year was the first agricultural fair held in North America, and where was it? The first agricultural fair in North America was held where, and what year was it? Was it A, 1765 in Nova Scotia, B, 1922 in Toronto, C, 1865 in Quebec, or D, 1806 in Niagara Falls? So was it A, 1765 in Nova Scotia, B, 1922 in Toronto, C, 1865 in Quebec, or D, 1806 at Niagara Falls? Question 5. Which Canadian province has the most roads? Is it A, Alberta, B, Manitoba, C, Ontario, or D, Saskatchewan? Which Canadian province has the most roads? Is it A, Alberta, B, Manitoba, C, Ontario, or D, Saskatchewan? Question 6. What was Stephen King's first published novel? Not the first one he wrote, but his first published novel. Was it A, The Dark Tower, B, Christine, C, Carrie, or D, Salem's Lot? What was Stephen King's first novel which he published? Dark Tower, Christine, Carrie, or Salem's Lot? Question 7. Where in Canada was the first commercial electric streetcar? Ooh, that's a tongue twister. Where in Canada was the first commercial electric streetcar service? Where in Canada was the first commercial electric streetcar service? Was it A, Calgary, Alberta, B, Vancouver, BC, C, Niagara Falls, Ontario, or D, Windsor, Ontario? Was it A, Calgary, B, Vancouver, C, Niagara Falls, or D, Windsor? Question 8. Roadside attractions are a very Canadian quirk, I have to say. I love them. They are brilliant. and so roadside attractions are a very Canadian quirk, and such a joyful quirk at that. So where do we find the world's largest oil can? Where is the largest oil can? Is it A, Kipling, B, Bigger, C, Moose Jaw, or D, Rocanville? A, Kipling, B, Bigger, C, Moose Jaw, or D, Rocanville? Number 9. Canada has its very own Loch Ness Monster, living right in Lake Okanagan in British Columbia. This sea serpent has been in Canadian folklore dating back to the 1700s. It is said to be 40 to 50 feet long. So, what I want to know is, what's his name? Is it A, the can serpent, B, Ogopogo, C, Higalulu, or D, Jucaloco? A, can serpent, B, Ogopogo, C, Higalulu, or D, Jucaloco? Number 10. Already, we're on number 10. Who was Canada's first fastest man? Canada's first fastest man. Was it A, Harry Winston Jerome, B, Harry B. Stanton, C, John Seymour, or D, Nico? Whose was Canada's first fastest man? A, Harry Winston Jerome, B, Harry B. Stanton, C, John Seymour, or D, Nico? So, how did we do today? Okay, so number 1. What city produces the most video games in Canada? Well, that would be Montreal. In fact, it is the 5th largest video game hub in the world after Tokyo, Japan, London, England, San Francisco, California, and Austin, Texas. Pretty impressive. Question 2. What is the name of the TV series which stars Canadian Sandra Oh and British-born Jodie Comer about a desk-bound MI5 agent and an assassin who go head-to-head in the cat-and-mouse comedy drama spy thriller? And that would be C, Killing Eve. Question 3. What is the name of the e-resource that the Southeast Regional Library has, which you can access for free, and has thousands of award-winning art and craft videos taught by design experts and artists? Well, that is A, Creative Bug. And it's extremely good. I love it. So if you get a chance to take a look and you're into crafts, go ahead and take a look because it's pretty good. Question 4. What year was the first agricultural fair in North America and where was it? Well, that is A, 1765, and that was in Windsor, Nova Scotia. 1765! Anyway, it was May, and it was the first agricultural show that was held, and it was at Hants County Exhibition, which still takes place to this day every September, and it's the oldest continuously run agricultural fair on the continent. Which Canadian province has the most roads? Well, Saskatchewan, and it has 250,000 kilometers of roads. Saskatchewan has 250,000 kilometers of road. That's a lot of roads. What was Stephen King's first published novel? And that was C, Carrie. After his wife fished it out the trash and read it, she encouraged Stephen to send it off to the publisher. And although it wasn't technically the first book he wrote, it was the first one picked up and published by Doubleday in 1974. Stephen King's been around since 1974. Question 7. Where in Canada was the first commercial electric streetcar service? And that would be D, Windsor, Ontario. The Windsor Electric Railway began with just 2.4 kilometers of track in 1886. Right, question 8. Roadside attractions are a very Canadian quirk, and such a joyful quirk they are. Where do we find the world's largest oil can? And that would be Rocanville. You probably knew that. I hope you did. So, and I didn't want to do the paperclip because I thought that was a little too easy. Question 9. Canada has its very own Loch Ness Monster living right in Lake Okanagan. The sea serpent has been in Canadian folklore back in the 1700s and is said to be 40 to 50 feet long. What is his name? And it's Ogopogo, which is B. I made the rest of the names up, if you hadn't guessed. Question 10. Who was Canada's first fastest man? And that was A. Harry Winston Jerome. He's born in September 30th, 1940 in Prince Albert. And he was the first Canadian to hold the official world track record at age 19. And he ran 100 meters in 10 seconds at the Olympic trials. So, how did you guys get on? I hope you got on okay. And if you have any questions or queries or comments, I would love to hear from you and find out what you'd like more of or less of, or if you think it's okay, just anything. Drop me a line and on the Facebook page, or message me, or put some comments in the comment box. And yeah, I would love to hear from you. So have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for coming.